Hey there! Welcome back to another episode of BerlinCraft. Today we're in the unnamed saloon town and we're going to work on the prison today. And behind the prison, I'm thinking there might be the sheriff's office, which might connect to the prison somehow. And then across the street, there might be a hotel, maybe something here. And along we're going to fill up the entire strip. We have a lot of space going on here. But today we want to work on the prison. And now the front of the prison is sort of big. It sort of takes a conglomeration of things from there and these two buildings and a little bit from here actually. Even though this is really small, it takes a little bit from here, and I don't know how long it's going to take me to build, but we're probably going to do it all on camera. So the front of the building might be the only thing we're going to build today, and then the rest of the building might have to go into a second parter. As you know, I don't like bringing my videos over like 20 minutes, or if it's like a certain part of a build, it's like 15 minutes, and that's fine. So how do we get started? Well, you place one pillar down and bring it up 7, then you go 3, and then from the first 3, you want to go 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then place another log. So past this first 3, you want 3 more 3s. And this is the exact same on this side. So past this first log, that is 3, you want 3 more 3s. So 1, 2, 3. And you get 3 more 3s. And then you want to come to each of these and take some spruce stairs or whatever stairs you're using and place them down along the edge like this. So every piece that the log is connecting to goes like this, except for that part. So we need to make ourselves a crafting bench. We'll throw that down right there for ease of access. We'll turn all of these into some spruce, and we're going to need a lot more stairs. Now, the first outer edge of it is just stairs, and we're not going to go higher than 1. So each of these is just going to be their own little piece. As you can see, we're not going higher than 1, we're not going up 1 again, it's just going to be flat 1 up. I hope that made sense. I really do. So, and then you finish it up by bringing it here, 1, 2, 3, and then finishing it up here. So the entire outer edge of this is stairs, and then these 3 here and 3 here. For the stairs, for the step up, is actually right side up. Well, these are upside down. Then you take all of your spruce and fill in the area, the entire area here, with spruce, right? So just take all of your spruce and then just finish up and fill in the area. Now it looks like we're going to be out of spruce, and I don't have any more spruce down there. So it looks like I'm going to have to take a very small cut, and I'll be right back. I'm going to run back to either the Mushroom Island or the farm and grab myself a little bit more wood. So I will be back in 1 second. Alright, got all the supplies, let's keep going. So each of these, as I said, are supposed to go up 7. So obviously we go up. Alright, maybe it was 6. Let me do a double count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 6, not 7. Oops. Okay, so we go up 6, right, like this, and then at the very top of them, we're going to cap them off with the wooden slabs, just like over there, and then we're going to do sort of the same thing we've already done over there by making an upside down stair and a right side up stair, and then upside down stair, right side up stair, and then the dark oak slab, oops, wrong spot for that, on the bottom of the 2 stairs. So just repeat that over here, grab your stairs, bottom stair, top stair, bottom stair, top stair, half slab, and then you can bring your other pillars back up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Just count my building. Count my building if you want the measurements. And then again, just for each of these, repeat the same thing over and over again. And then sooner or later, you will have all of your sides done, but for right now, and sake of being easy, we're going to have a look at the side, so you can see that the top sort of has a very nice V shape, while the bottom is more of a nice curve, and between these, take some half slabs, wrong spot for those, I think, no wait, take your half slab, and then go like this. So each of these, take your half slabs, go like this, just bring them across. So each side, except for this side, just bring them across. So that of course this side would have the same, and then this side we'd bring up the pieces. So boop, and then bing, upside down, right side up, upside down, right side up, and then slab. So then you get sort of this look where you have the V that's behind it and the curve, and then you have a little bit of a thing sticking out here that connects the two curves together. So I'm gonna do that really quickly, just finish those two up and then finish that one up, and then I'll be back with you. Okay, so I was a tiny little bit mistaken. I just went back into my creative world and checked. There is a little bit of a curve there for the out thing. So that is what the outside of it looks like, and I think that looks pretty good. Okay, now it is time for the pillars in the back. Let's start with the doorway. So the doorway is just a normal little doorway. We're going to bring them up to about here for right now because we do have plans for a little bit of a roof, and then we'll add the windows and the top part, which the top part is pretty much the curved thing like on top of the saloon, just sort of repeated in a little bit of a different fashion. I believe it's a tiny bit bigger than the saloon part, and I've already checked the time for the episode, and right now it's around 6 or 7 minutes, so we're probably going to get a little bit more done than I actually first thought we would. And I just completely changed the wood type from dark oak to spruce. Glad I caught that before I kept building, because that would have been just weird and odd, and I would not have liked that. So let's go down, replace those. Now for the roof is a very odd shape, but I like the odd shape. So it starts here underneath, and then it goes down, and then back up. So it has another little V-shaped curve thing that goes like this, and it just follows the sort of curve of the roof and how it actually works, and it looks good from the outside. On the inside, it has a really neat effect. I think it looks good, at least. I think it looks pretty decent. It has like this weird little effect where things will be going down and up, and it just has like a wavy effect. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It just has a really nice little wave effect, and I will show you guys that in a second, and then finish that up. So then if we come down here, you can see like the wave effect. It gives a really nice sort of like depth and look to it. You can sort of achieve the same look with the logs, although they don't fit as well. So if we get rid of that one and like place a log there, it doesn't fit as well. So I just recommend using half slabs. They fit a lot better. But that's pretty much what the roof looks like, and it just gives it a nice cool little effect. And so I'm gonna get this side done, and then actually let's just go here. I was going to get this side done and then cut it quickly and then be back to do something else, but we're talking right now anyway, just to fill in a little bit of time, because the next step sort of involves the pillars, and it is a little bit crucial to know the placement of them, right? So once you're done these, and they're all finished up, take whatever scaffolding block you have, and I'm probably going to use polished andesite for right now, and every one of these that lands on the actual pillar, just bring these up one, like this, and this is spruce still. Oh my god, I keep getting spruce and dark oak mixed up, and oh my god, good thing I didn't start building with spruce in the first place, because that would have been disastrous if this entire thing accidentally ended up being spruce. So pretty much just bring every single one of them up, and they sort of line up well enough, so it's pretty much just bringing every single one of them up, and then go across and grab your logs and just bring another bar of the wood across the entire top. So when you're done, all of them, you just have a flat straight bar, and you can also do it like that if you would like to, and you have a flat straight bar going across the top. The next step, just because we're still following the saloon design a little bit, let's use spruce instead, because we're probably going to need as much dark oak as we can get. You're going to need some dark oak fences, and you don't have to make that many. Let's see, how many should be good? 36 should be perfectly fine. I think it's actually a little bit much, but then you just come to the sides and fill them in with your dark oak fences, so each side gets their own dark oak fence, and there you go, you have your ring. So next up, you want to grab the clay of your color. I think I might use hardened clay, or maybe even the andesite if I think about it just a little bit more. Maybe the blue won't be so good for a hardened sheriff's office sort of place, but just take your hardened clay. These windows right here, they're also sort of following the saloon design, and we're going to take our window designs and just alternate them. So the first ones closest to the door sort of go like this, the second ones have the straight up and down design like this, and then again just across like this. Now I don't have any iron on me, but in these are supposed to be a little bit of iron bars. Actually, yeah, give me 1 second. I'm going to do a quick run back down to the house, and I'm gonna grab some iron bars to fill up the spots with. Alright, then just take all of your iron bars and fill it in like so. Because this is the, prison, it's going to have a little bit more protection. It's not going to have some really flimsy wooden windows, so that's why we're doing iron bars instead. Plus, I think they go a little bit better. They might go a little bit better with the andesite if I really want to switch the blue out for the andesite, but in terms of contrast, it goes well against the saloon, and you can sort of see how it looks. You can still sort of see through, but the next step is to actually come around here and follow the edge of the building like this, so it's a flat edge, and just plot out the parts. So each of the pillars on the building, just follow the parts you've already done, and there will be a window like this, which sort of sucks. On both sides there will be a one wide window, but you can do whatever you want with that. The reason we're doing the front today, and the front today only, is because I got a little bit lazy, and I actually didn't do the rest of the build. I just started with the front, and then I'm like, oh, yeah, this looks pretty good. We could probably start building it. Probably takes a whole episode, which it might be about 15 minutes, but other than that, we're probably going to do the majority of the building in another episode. So the next step is get more dark oak. Oops. Yeah, let me go get more dark oak. Alright, got myself some dark oak, and as you can sort of already tell, this is sort of the same size as the saloon. With the top of it, it's about halfway to the top of the saloon, but it's not actually as big as the saloon. So it's a little bit lacking, it's a tiny bit short, which I don't really mind. I don't mind that it's a tiny bit short, just because it gives nice variation. It's taller than that, taller than that, taller than that, but it's not as tall as that. So it's just a little bit of nice variation, and then we need another crafting bench, actually. We're going to do the top, the little part above here that looks like up there, and I sort of followed the same design as up there, so let's try and pull that off. We need some more stairs. That shouldn't be a big problem. We had some stairs on us, but apparently I'm blind and didn't see those, so each of these just goes up normally like this, and then on top of them, grab your half slabs, bring it across like this, and boop, boop, and then we're sort of done with that. Now you can add a little bit more depth up there, like we can here, so if you just bring it across like that, you can add yourself a little bit more depth. And you can also change these sort of like there, so the only color on it is in the middle part right here, but I've decided sort of against that. I like the blue look of it, although I'm not so sure, I'm not so fond about having the logs back there, because the logs might bring a little bit more attention to the back than the front, so maybe if we just have it like that. Actually, let's try it two ways. Let's have the back sides just filled with wood, and then we'll have it not filled with wood, so we can get a better look at it. So let's come down here and get a look at it, and you can still see it. You can still see it, but it's not that much blue up there, and I'm not a fan of that, just because the original design had quite a little bit of blue on there. So let's change the parts back here back to what I originally had them on, which was blue, 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 dark oak, and then the other side, of course, so it's boop, 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 and then come back down and get another look at it. And yeah, definitely like that a little bit more. You can't notice it as much, but it's still just a little bit more blue, and I think that's what it needed. But you can obviously see where it borrows from the saloon and its sort of look, and then you can see where it borrows the caps from this building. You can see where it sort of borrows the overhangs from this building for the side of it, etc., etc. So I did say it was a little bit of a conglomeration of all of the other builds, and I think it's coming out pretty well. And again, I already said I didn't really do the back part, so if I was to do it now, I would definitely be winging the back part. But for the design of the prison, I sort of laid down something which sort of goes like this. So here and here are entrances to the prison, so there'd be like a door here for a prisoner, and there'd be a door here for prisoner, and there was supposed to be a door here and here for prisoner, and then I realized that doesn't actually work, so I sort of cut it like that, so these two prisons are sort of diagonal rooms, along with this one going like this, and then a door here and a door here, so it's pretty much 3 cells, and then possibly we might end up cutting out this cell here, changing this into a cell just by itself, and this into another cell, and then maybe right here having a little bit of a desk. But that would mean we'd have to move that over. So maybe if we have a cell here, or no, we have a cell here without a door here, and then we have a cell back here. We can go like that and have a cell door there and a cell door there and there for this one. That would be sanctioned off, so it's not that. And so either way I'm looking at it, there's probably about 3 cells in this prison, and now I just sort of need to figure out where I want to put the sheriff's desk later on, or the sheriff's desk. So maybe just back like that, cause no, a little bit less than that. Maybe like that. Maybe like a small desk. Maybe like a really small desk. Just so there's more room. I'm trying to figure out a good spot for a desk. Heck, we might even make it a tiny bit bigger. We might even bring it to about here, which would be another 3, which wouldn't even be that bad. That wouldn't be that bad of an idea. Actually, you know what? Yeah, that's not that bad of an idea. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna bring this out another 3 on both edges, so it's 4 3s instead of 3 3s. Just check the recording time again. Definitely not going to be a shorter episode as I originally thought. It's definitely going to be a normal-sized episode. So let's get back to planning the cells for just a minute. Let's start with the back row and then sort of work our way from there. So how big do we want it? I'm thinking, how big is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it's like a 3 by 3. I think that's a good size for a cell, so like a 3 by 3 would be a decent size, although we'd have to sort of make this one a little bit smaller. So each of these maybe a 3 by 3 like that, right? So we have, how many do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, but that won't be a cell. Yeah, that won't be a cell because we can't actually reach that. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then maybe 7 here, and maybe 8 there, and then we have this big area, and the sheriff's desk could be like right as you walk in, although not that close, maybe like right here. Bring that across so it's sort of attached to there, and then we'd have this area here that goes like this big filled area, right? Okay, I'm feeling this, I'm not going to fill in the floor, but I'm just getting a decent estimate. So there would be the sheriff. So if we walk in small, you get to see how many prisons. Let's mark them out with some dark oak. So this would be a cell, but this wouldn't be a cell. This, okay, hold on. Better way to mark this out because I'm being silly about it. Let's see. This would be a cell. Cell. Okay, so that'd be a cell. This would be a cell. This would definitely be a cell. This would not be a cell. So spruce there, spruce there. So those two wouldn't be cells. This would be a cell. Right? This one would be a cell. And if we have one here, which would be like this, alright, this one definitely wouldn't be a cell. No, wait, not this one. Not this one. The one next to it. this one wouldn't be a cell. So the two corner ones wouldn't be cells. Alright, so that leaves us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cells. And we could cut it down, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4 cells, because how much crime is this town really going to generate? Plus, it would give us more places out here to sort of decorate. So maybe if we cut this back just a little bit, we can also get some symmetry, but it would cut down on cells a little bit. Actually, hold on, that's actually a decent idea. Maybe if we have a cell here, right? If we have a cell here and a cell here, our two cells would go here and here. So that's actually adding 2 extra cells to this side, which means this could get removed and this could get removed, and that just might end up being blank space. But now we have the same amount of cells, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like we sort of wanted, and we have 2 dead spaces here and here, so I'm not exactly sure what we can do with those. Maybe this one right here will just be a holding cell. Right here would be a holding cell. You know, for the people that didn't do that, you know, terrible of a crime, there would just be a holding cell, so it would be a slightly bigger cell. And then this one over here, right, not this one, this one over here, maybe these 2 would just be bigger cells that are split off into 2. Maybe this, do they have a kitchen in prisons back in the Wild West times? Maybe this will just be a kitchen then. Alright, so let's figure out the rooms. Get rid of these so I can actually use these as a marker instead, so we can have an accurate representation of the rooms, and then figure out how many rooms we have, and then we can sort of go and end the episode. I'm just trying to figure out how many rooms we have. So we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this would be a kitchen. This would be a holding cell. So in terms of actual criminal cells, we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a kitchen if there is a kitchen, and a holding cell. That sounds good to me, and then we can always make room for the sheriff's desk somewhere else. But that sounds good, that sounds good, that sounds like a nice plan. But that'll probably be it for this episode. We got the outside of it done, we got the inside sort of planned out. There always can be a little bit of revisions going on, but for right now, we have the outside done, and that is good to me, and I hope you guys like the episode and the design of the office. We'll get back to it if I decide to do this next episode. Instead of going back to the Mushroom Town, we'll probably get it done, dusted, and finished next episode. But for now, I hope to see you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and remember, stay fancy, and peace out. Bye-bye.